Good afternoon, thanks for tuning in. I'm Susan McCord. Today's topic is the risk of flirting with others while you're in a relationship. Many people think that playful flirting is fine and it's acceptable in a relationship. But there has to be boundaries with your partner, because quite often when flirting starts taking on a little bit more of an emotional tone to it, it can cause you to step outside of your relationship in another way. But the problem is if one person's doing it more in the partnership, it starts to cause insecurities and jealousy, especially if it's in your social circle. So if you're out with your group of friends and there becomes flirting and it becomes a little bit more each time you see them, everybody's picking up on this. And the situation happens sometimes where there becomes an emotional attachment with that person. So you're stepping in another direction with them because you've established something a little deeper. And this is the big problem with flirting, because it does act a little bit as forbidden fruit. And sometimes we want a little bit more of it because it feels good. This type of flirting can happen in relationships that are going through difficulties. Maybe there's something missing between you. Maybe your intimacy levels have changed with one another. And all of a sudden you're looking at somebody a little bit differently. But it becomes a danger zone, because if you're not communicating at home with your partner about what is missing in your relationship, you're just going to seek more and more attention elsewhere. This is why I always discuss communication. If you have poor conversations with your partner that don't entail the things that need to be addressed, you're going to have a lot of different elements that come into play. And flirting is one of the big ones. When you flirt too much and you start getting a little braver each time is when you will start to step out of your relationship. Your partner also will start checking out themselves, because they're saying, why am I hanging around here being disrespected all the time? Please don't let it go. If it's something that bothers you with your partner, sit them down and talk about it with them. They need to understand where the boundaries are. Because the more that you become insecure within your own relationship is when you are beginning to pull away from each other. And it can be really hard to come back from. If you're not happy with what's going on at home, talk to them. Don't look for a way out by flirting with other people. Flirting can become very dangerous when you are doing it behind your partner's back. You know it's not okay with your partner. So if you're already thinking that way, you've got ulterior motives of where you want this flirting to go, because you're taking it probably a little further than you normally would if it was just a playful flirting in front of your partner. And this is where emotional attachment can come into play, especially if it's with somebody that you see on a regular basis through work or through fitness regime, whatever the scenario is. You are establishing a connection with them with this flirting nature that you're both contributing to. And so what happens is, down the road, it's not just playful anymore. It has now become emotional. You are looking at them in a different way. And emotional attachment is still cheating on your partner if they don't know about it. Sometimes your flirting intentions are to be playful with someone, but you don't know that it's actually leading them on a little bit. And they're thinking that there's more of a connection between you than there really is. So this can lead to a lot of problems, especially if it's done in your social circles with your friends. So be very mindful of how playful you think you're being. In cases like this, you may not even realize you're sending out mixed signals. You may be sending out a lot more to that person than you think you are. And a lot of flirting is due to unmet needs as well. So something's missing in your home and you see it in another person. So you start to flirt a bit more with that person because you get your needs met, even if it's just temporarily. and it's acknowledgement from the other person, and they flirt back with you. Whenever in doubt about whether you're going too far with something, or your partner has turned around and said to you, this is not okay anymore, you have to listen to them if you want to maintain the love in your relationship. Because not everybody's okay with it. It's not always harmless. And a lot of the time, certain situations do escalate before you're even aware that this is happening. It is always important to ask yourself, would I be okay if my partner was flirting with this person like I'm doing? Is this okay? If the answer is no, then you understand that your nature of what's happening with this flirtatious situation is not okay. It's stepping over those boundaries. When you're dealing with a flirtatious partner, rule of thumb, if it's bothering you to the point where your instincts are warning you that something is off, something doesn't feel right, listen to this, because there is something that they are doing that's making you feel them pulling away and going in another direction. And when someone continually flirts to this degree, that's exactly what will happen. So don't ever let it go to that degree. Sit them down and say, what is going on here? I'm not okay with this. I'm feeling my gut churning that something is happening here, or something is starting to happen with you and this other person. And please don't turn a blind eye to it either, because that just enables them to do what they're doing. Maybe they're looking for you to say, can we fix our relationship? Something's off here. Let's mend this. Let's fix what is broken. Many couples just ignore things that can be addressed. And if you have a communicative bond with each other, you're not going to get to this place where you're questioning their flirtatious nature. You're probably not going to have to deal with it at all, because you have a great connection with each other and you're intimate with one another. If you're not active intimately with your partner, this might happen a lot more than you want it to. So please be aware of that as well. When you avoid having some of those tough conversations, causes an emotional disconnect between you. And that will become the start of many problems to come, because you're not owning what's happening. You're not understanding the importance of sitting down and openly discussing everything with your partner. And regardless of how playful you think you're being when you're flirting, it does eventually cause an emotional disconnection with your partner, because they feel it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please leave any comments you have under the video, and any show topic ideas that you have and would like me to do. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.